Today we have the Drifter leather jacket from Street and Steel. My man Jim is going to tell you all about it.
As I said, I'm Jim.
And I'm Duke.
This is Moto Gear Review.
All right, Jim. Who's this jacket for?
So this is primarily going to be for your cruisers, Harley boys, Indian guys, and also like myself, the Neo Retro Cafe stuff. If you ride cafe bikes, this style will also fit in with those.
What kind of weather?
So this is a cold to cool weather. You can creep up in temps a little bit, but we'll get to that later.
All right, cool. Well, today, Jim's going to run us through the specs on this jacket, and then we'll talk about the good stuff, the bad stuff, and give you an overall conclusion on this jacket. Jim, can you run us through the specs, please?
Sure thing. So I bought this in a size large. That's what I usually wear, and it fits true to size. It is a full leather construction. We couldn't exactly find what it is made out of. Somebody said lambskin. It seems that way because it does seem more of a suede.
Yeah, it looks like a suede.
Very soft and very smooth leather. Mm-hmm. It does have a removable fleece hooded liner that I am currently wearing. And it has, in the main jacket, airflow mesh lining to cool you off a little bit. It comes with CE Level 2 armor from Axial in the shoulders and elbows. And it has expandable gussets here in the shoulder for a little more range of motion when you're on the bike. It does have two chest pockets, one on each side. They snap. And it has two hand warmer pockets that are fully zipped in the front. It does have a concealed carry pocket. It lists, I don't use it. Know many people that do carry in a jacket anyways. It does have jean loops as well to attach to your belt if you want it to prevent it from riding up on you while you're on the bike. And it does have YKK zippers throughout it, and it has these belt buckle style hip adjusters on the sides.
Cool. I think you covered everything. Yeah, that hoodie fits in this jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thanks, Jim. Now we're going to get to the good stuff. Now, my man Jim here has had this jacket for how long?
About a year.
Yeah. And how many miles have you put on the road with this?
I'd say I put roughly about 5,000 miles on this between 3 bikes.
So, like, you're qualified?
I have some experience with it, yeah.
Good. That's what we're looking for. All right. Tell us about your good stuff. What do you like about this jacket, man?
So first of all, comfort. This thing is a very relaxed fit. As you can see, the hoodie is not over constricting. It's just a very comfortable, relaxed fit. And the same goes for this jacket. Even when this hoodie is lined inside of it, it's not too tight once you put the liner in. Mm-hmm. Like some can. With you put the insulation, it gets squeezes you a little bit. Not the case. The fit on this is awesome. It's very comfortable no matter what bike I'm on in all different positions. And also this hoodie that I'm wearing is super, super easy to take in and out of it. It's only got these little loops right here that you run down the sleeves, hook them on, and then 2 zippers. That's it. Other jackets, a million different attachment points and little zippers.
Yeah,
and
the ones in inside the sleeves are always
too much.
Yeah.
And this it keeps it simple and it works really, really well.
Awesome.
Also, while we're on the topic of the standalone hoodie, as you can see, you probably wouldn't guess that this was the liner for a motorcycle jacket just by looking at it. It works great when you're off the bike.
Do you know what the hoodie is made of, the material?
I think it's like a polyester. It says fleece, but it feels more like polyester
so
material.
It's not a abrasion-resistant material.
No. So this does nothing for the safety aspect.
Okay.
It's just purely for comfort and warmth. But I do like that it works off the bike once you get to your destination.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want to look, like you're just pulled up at a Harley meet. You take this off. You got a normal hoodie underneath, and I really like that. Also, the zipper tabs on this thing. And as we said, it's YKK zippers all throughout, and I haven't had a single issue with any one of them. The ones that zip the hoodie in, the ones that zip the jacket up, and especially the ones on the wrist and the pockets, which are huge kind of sticklers for me.
Yeah.
These function great, and they have these gigantic, we'll get a close-up and some B-roll for you, but they have huge leather tabs with these little buttons on them, like these little rivets.
What about with gloves?
Very easy to grab with a gloved hand.
Awesome.
I mean, you can just, when you're on the bike riding, if you need to open something, like it's definitely very easy to do. Another plus side of this one, it is super warm for what it is. It is solid leather. There are 0 vents, nothing whatsoever venting on this thing. And it comes with a removable hoodie that goes on the inside. You would think that it wouldn't be that warm because it doesn't have that pocketed, like quilted insulated liner.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Not the case. That no wind gets through this thing. I can attest to this, except for one area. One area which we'll get to. But overall, it is extremely warm all the way down into the 30s for if you're doing like a half-hour ride or commute or less. I've ridden in the 30s this thing with no problem whatsoever. Another plus, and you know, the vanity kicks in a little bit.
Well, let's back up for a second. If you're riding in real cold weather, the jacket will make a big difference, but the rest of your gear is also going to make a big difference.
Yes.
So if you're not wearing a neck gaiter, you're wearing a skid lid, not a full face. Like those things are going to play a role. But
Wind
for
protection
the most,
or no wind protection on the bike also plays a big factor.
role. But I get your emphasis on the cold weather usage potential for this jacket.
Yeah, it's definitely there.
All right, what were you saying on the next one?
So the style.
Oh yeah,
I really like it. I mean,
it is slick.
This jacket, I'll throw it on real quick over the hoodie. I mean, it's just a slick looking jacket. It's very comfortable, and I mean, I just think it looks great. It's what drew me to it.
Yeah,
I had to pick one up when I was at our local Cycle Gear with this guy actually. So
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, we were in a car though. It wasn't like a fun ride or anything. We were
That's
in a
why I
car.
don't remember.
Also, the leather on this really soft.
Soft.
That's another big plus
It's
for me.
super soft, man.
Because you're not getting any abrasion on your wrists, around the neck, nothing. You know, you don't get those. If you have like cowhide, it's a really stiff jacket. You know, you can get
those rubbing spots.
Yeah, he gets a little bit of rashing or something. This thing's really soft, and it's just been really, really comfortable. So I don't have any qualms with the materials it's made out of. And it is a plus for me. It seems like a relatively safe jacket. Now, I will get to that in my dislikes, but the overall construction, I mean, there's not a thing on this that isn't solid leather on the outside. All the stitching, even the pockets around the edges, is all double stitched where I think it counts. So I have confidence in this jacket. I usually only use it commuting or local rides, lower speed, stuff like that. But I mean, I would put faith in this to protect me in a crash personally. I'm willing to take the risk because I know what to look for in gear, and everything kind of tells me that this would do a pretty good job holding up in the event of a slide or a crash.
Yeah.
Also, the pockets. They're a great size. They're super easy to open, as you can see.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you
not
can
bunch
open
up.
and close it on the table without it like dragging or pulling or snagging.
Right, and that is YKK. Seemingly, every jacket that I have that has YKK zippers, they're always great. And they hold up really well, but the pockets are a really good size. You can fit plenty in the two here. I haven't really used the chest pockets because I don't really have the need to. Like I said, I use this for more like shorter rides, commuting and stuff like that.
It's just the four there on the front. There's none on. Well, you've got the
concealed carry thing
on the inside, but you don't have any other alternative pockets.
No, there's nothing on the inside.
I guess you do here in the.
So you could stick it in the hoodie.
Yeah.
It's just getting to it while you're on the bike. You'd have to take it off, unzip the sides. Yeah. So I mean, if you're just carrying something to use when you're going somewhere, that'd be fine. But otherwise, you know, you just have the four on the outside here.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty much wraps it up for all the good stuff about it.
Awesome. Well, hey guys, if y'all have made it this far in the video, I know that you found some value in it. So go down there, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, because that's what's going to allow us to continue making these videos for you guys. If you would, that'd help us out big time, and we can keep making these for you.
We appreciate it.
All right, so now we've run through all the good stuff, and I caught a few hints of some of the bad stuff in there, of course. Lay it on us, Jim. Tell us about the bad stuff.
So my biggest pet peeve with this jacket is the wrist enclosures or the wrist zippers, however you want to say it, the adjusters. They're fine when the hoodie is not inside of it, but if you have the hoodie and this wrist material inside of here, and you want to fully zip this wrist up, you better have some seriously small wrists.
Yeah.
Because any gloves aside from my huge gauntlet gloves that go on the outside of the jacket, it's not working. Most of the time, I have to zip it up about 2/3 of the way and leave some of it extended just so I can fit it around the
have
cuff.
some space in there.
Yeah, and it's summer gloves, winter gloves, rain gloves, anything that I use.
And they're not adjustable; they're just zipped down.
No, it's either zipped or
one size
unzipped.
fits all.
Yeah,
and it's kind of tough with the hoodie in it.
right. So without the hoodie in it, if the weather warms up a little bit and I'm in my summer gloves,
Yeah.
not bad
Okay.
at all.
Good point.
But this is a very good cold weather jacket. Them including a cold weather layer of some kind in it.
Yeah.
I think that was an oversight. Maybe like a adjustable wrist would have been
for
better
sure.
than just the zipper itself. Another thing I don't like about this jacket, and it's hit or miss on just about every jacket with this feature, but these jean loops don't do anything. And I mean, I can barely.
Yeah, we were playing with those before we started shooting, and I was mind blown at how easily these things just like come unsnapped. It's like you would think, hey, that's a cool safety feature if I can tie it to my belt, because it is if the snaps worked properly, like if they were strong, they don't even have to be super strong, but these are just really weak snaps and they just come undone. So in the event, you go down, you slide, it's not going to do you much good.
No, they're going to let go immediately.
Yeah.
I've had them undo off of my belt before I even got on the bike.
Oh man.
I mean, I'll snap them in the house or in the garage, and I'll go to get on the bike, and I'm like, oh, wait. Nope, it's already undone.
Yeah.
And I've just stopped using them.
Just forget it, yeah.
Its only saving grace is the jacket is really long.
Yeah.
And the tail comes down really, really long. So, it's one of those things. I could take the risk, but if you're if you're really adamant about having your pants attached to your jacket, you might want to look elsewhere into something with like a zipper connection or something. That'll do you a lot better. Another thing is that I noticed in colder weather, I have several different neck gaiters and balaclavas and all the kind of stuff that I use depending on temperature and all that. No matter what I'm wearing, there is just this pinhole right here where the zippers meet, and cold air just blasts straight down into my chest. It's not an issue if you have wind protection. I have a small windscreen on my Harley, and I have plenty of wind protection on my Tracer. But on my naked bike, no sir. That in the 30s, it doesn't matter how many insulating layers you have on. You're gonna feel the cold just shooting straight down.
Might work out for you on the warmer days.
Yeah, it's a good feature. If it gets a little warmer, but
yeah, but it's clearly geared towards colder weather with the extra
zero vents.
This thing's thick.
Hoodie inside.
Yeah.
That's it's a huge thing.
And you got a
not
air
working
hole right in the
cold
neck.
weather. Yeah.
I got you.
And right to your core, which if that gets cold,
just
everything else.
Just wearing a neck gaiter makes a massive difference because of the amount of cold you can keep off your neck. You're not even like, I got you. What else you got on the dislikes?
As I said before, I do have faith in this jacket, how it's constructed to keep me safe, but there is no safety ratings officially on this jacket, no CE ratings aside from the armor. But as far as like abrasion and impact for the jacket itself, there is nothing. And also, it's rider dependent, but it's kind of limited in its use, or when I can use it personally. I ride an all-weather, rain, shine, cold, hot, year-round. And it's just, it's got a temperature range that it's really, really good in. And then outside of that, there's not really a good use for it. You can't really use it in the rain because this kind of leather gets destroyed if it gets wet.
Does it?
Yeah.
Have you got it wet before?
No, purposely. I had experience with a non-motorcycle.
You should have got it wet so we could talk crap about it.
Yeah. Let's just go outside and hose me off real quick.
Right. You got to stand out there and dry too, though.
Oh, it's not that warm out.
I know.
It's April in Tennessee. Why is it this cold? But so yeah, I mean, for me personally, it is rather limited in its use, but also I have a lot of other gear that I can use throughout all different.
But it looks so cool, man.
It does look really good, and this is like my favorite jacket to wear if I'm going out. Taking the wife out, going someplace to
slick,
have dinner or something, and it just looks really good, and you pull up in it. So, but overall, there's not you got to nitpick for certain things, but there are the wrist enclosures and the wind going straight down the chest are two really big killers for me.
Okay. So overall, seems like a pretty good chilly, colder weather jacket. It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. Feels pretty good, right?
Yeah, super comfortable.
Just wearing it, general comfort. Okay. So, big question. Would you say buy, or would you buy it again?
I'd buy it again.
For how much?
So this was $270 at Cycle Gear.
Yeah.
That's the current price on it still. And I'd do it again. You know,
That's not too bad of a price.
no, it's not terrible, and there's enough features, and I got enough use out of it over the past year that I feel pretty good about spending the $270 on it. It's a solid jacket.
Yeah, it seems very fair,
Yeah.
I think. All right, well, there you have it, guys. The Drifter leather jacket from Street and Steel. And we really appreciate you joining us and watching this video all the way through. Did you miss the subscribe button? Okay.
It's a huge button.
You got it, right? All right.
They're good.
Well, I'm Duke.
I'm Jim.
And this was Moto Gear Review.
Ride safe.
Live free. Ride hard.
Just ride.
Ka-chow. Finger guns.
Boom. Boom.